So let's compare the Google Pixel 9 with the very budget-friendly Moto G Stylus 5G 2024, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at which one is a better overall device. So both devices were introduced in 2024, the Pixel in August and the Motorola a couple of months back in May. Overall sizes of the device, the Pixel is a smaller, more compact device. Moto G Stylus is a tad bit bigger. It has a big canvas, overall bigger size, but weight-wise, both of these are very similar. The Pixel is actually a little bit heavier. When we talk about the build quality, both of these feel very, very good. The Pixel 9 has a glass front, glass back, aluminum frame. The Motorola Stylus has a glass front, it has an eco leather back and a plastic frame. So although it's made out of plastic, it has a very nice feeling, grippy leather back feeling. And if you like to use phones without a case, I think that's actually going to be better than the Pixel where it's more slick. So yeah, build quality is better on the Pixel 9, but the handling and the feel of the eco leather back is very interesting. I actually like it more than the Pixel 9. Both have the nano SIM card slot and the eSIM, so that's nice to see. I like to see phones have more phones have the eSIM option right there. The Pixel has IP68 dust and water resistance, while the Moto G Stylus has the water repellent design, so not as water resistant as the Pixel. But one trick up its sleeve though is that it does have the stylus, and for most people all you need is something to jot something down, and this does maybe 90% of what a more expensive Samsung Ultra device would do if it had a stylus. So this is a bare bones but basically just what you need type of stylus to jot down some notes and write some and drawing and stuff like that. Now moving on to the actual display, both of these feature 120 hertz display, so both are very speedy. It's a tie right there. We have a 6.3 inch display on the Pixel 9 and a 6.7 inch on the Moto G Stylus, so an overall bigger canvas on the Motorola and actually thinner bezels as well. Both have 1080p displays with a little bit better PPI on the Pixel 9, and the Pixel also has the always on display. For some people that's pretty handy right there. Next, we're going to talk about the software, and a very similar setup right here. Both are rocking Android 14, stock version of Android. The Pixel has those 7 major Android updates coming up, while the Motorola sadly only has one major upgrade plan, so you're only going to get Android 15 out of the Motorola. But the software is pretty much identical. As for the chipset, the Pixel has the super powerful Tensor G4 chip, while the Moto G Stylus has the Qualcomm Snapdragon 6 Gen 1, which is, let's call it a mid-ranger right there. But both of these are pretty speedy when it comes to day-to-day apps, and you probably will not see much stuttering or anything like that on regular day usage. When it comes to storage, both of these start off at 128 gigs. The Pixel 9 does not have a SD card slot, while the Motorola does, so a big advantage right there on the Motorola, expanding the storage very easily. Now we come to the camera setup. The Pixel has 2 cameras on the back, Motorola 2 cameras on the back. Both have a main camera and both have an ultra wide, both shooting 4K. And the selfie camera on the Pixel 4K 1080p on the Motorola. Now, this is probably going to be the biggest difference when I compare these devices, because the Pixel 9 is the best in class camera for video and for pictures. Cannot say the same thing about the Moto G Stylus. If you're outside in bright sunlight and you have a lot of light, you'll take some very pleasant photos, but video is always going to be its downfall. A lot of shaking, and also in low light it's terrible. So if camera setup is something that you value a lot, the Pixel 9 blows the Motorola out of the water, but the Motorola Stylus is serviceable at most. We don't have a headphone jack on the Pixel, sadly, but the Motorola does have a headphone jack. That is something that has disappeared over the years on Android phones, but this is a welcome sight to see on the Motorola. Big advantage, if you ask me. I like to connect it to my car to listen to music. You got Bluetooth 5.3 on the Pixel, 5.1 on the Motorola, so Bluetooth is a little bit behind, but I don't think most people will notice. Both have NFC. Both have fingerprint under the display fingerprint readers, but the Pixel 9 stepped it up with an ultrasonic, which is more reliable than the optical one on the Motorola. But I don't think it'll be too much of a difference. And now we come to battery life. Both of them have great battery life. Pixel's 4,700 milliamps, 5,000 on the Moto G Stylus. Wired charging is similar, 27 watts Pixel, 30 watt Motorola. Both of them will charge around 50% in 30 minutes. And both of them have wireless charging, and Pixel has reverse wireless as well. Safe to say both of these will give you all day battery life and then some. And then you have mediocre fast charging when you got to top it up. So it's a tie right there with the battery life. So up to this point, the specs are very good on both of these devices, and in some cases the Motorola is actually in some cases just a better device than the Pixel 9. But the biggest difference between these devices is going to be the price. The Pixel is a $800 device, while the Motorola can be had for free on prepaid. So $800 versus free. And when you consider all the good things that the Motorola does, all the features, it has the headphone jack, it has the stylus, it has the micro SD card slot, it has the 120 hertz refresh rate, you're getting this phone for free, which is freaking awesome. So in my personal opinion, unless you want a really good camera, the Motorola is the phone to get in 2024 if you're not big into photography, because it's a better overall deal. It runs the same type of software. You're not getting a lot of software updates on the Motorola. The Pixel is the smaller device though, so that's another thing. If you care about overall size, the Motorola is going to be a more of a phablet type of device, harder to hold in the hand, but maybe that's a good thing for the stylus because it gives you a bigger canvas to work with. But with everyday apps, both of these phones will be sufficient and fast and speedy. So for everyday use, I'm gonna go with the Motorola on this one. It's the better overall device.